Yo, welcome to Monday Night Alcoholics. I'm your girl Cece.
I'm Jazz.
Dwayne.
I'm Vaughn.
And tonight's topic is whether or not you should stay faithful to your significant other when they're incarcerated. I like rules and I see the purpose of them, but I think there's an exception to every rule. If your mans and your girls is in jail for 20 years or so, everybody has their needs. And at the end of the day, if you did the crime and you're doing the time, I don't think I need to do that time with you. Unless maybe if we're married. But if you're my boyfriend, you may have like 2 years under it, and then you get 15, I'm probably gonna do me for a little bit of time and see where I wanna be, because that's a commitment in itself. And I don't think anybody should have to be bestowed upon them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, as a man, you've been in a relationship 2 years, 3 years, even 2 months. Like, we feel like we gotta invest a lot. Like, even the first date, you gotta dish out like $200 just to impress. 300 sometimes. You feel me? So
you spent $300 for boy?
Nah, but you gotta understand. But that's what women don't understand. Every man's budget is different, but at the end of the day, they still gotta hold down in terms of something. But it's McDonald's, he's still buying it. You know what I mean? You getting a free meal.
I mean, you think a McChicken is worth 15 years?
It's not even. You see what I'm saying? But it's not even.
Okay, yes. If your spouse is incarcerated, I do feel that you're supposed to hold certain things down. If they're gone for 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, a month, because I live in New York City, Rikers Island, whatever. I think that's what you sign up for. Not technically you sign up for, but in a relationship, if we're together in the streets, as they call it, and you get locked up, I'm not. If that was real and that was love and that was caring, you don't just walk away from that. And especially if they ask you, yo, just hold me down, don't do anything crazy while I'm going, you have to respect that. Now, if it's a certain amount of time, yes, you should speak on that matter, because people do have needs. There are toys. There's multiple toys.
What's up for girls?
There's toys for girls, and guys got fleshlights.
I've seen.
They got molds of vaginas now.
The fake pussy, I've seen it.
I've seen it too. All you need is some. You'll be alright. It depends on what you're doing. The more money you spend, the better this toy is gonna be. Put it like that. But regardless of what's what, there are ways to please ourselves without having another person around.
But the whole thing is, it's like the lack of human interaction, like a genuine human connection. Whether it be like if I see Dwayne, me and Dwayne are cool, I'm not gonna be like, what up, nigga? Like, I'm gonna give Dwayne a hug because I fuck with Dwayne.
But at the end of the day, your significant other is going through the same thing you're going through. Because you have to understand, as we're females, right? A man in jail, he's surrounded by a whole bunch of men all day, every day. He doesn't get to look next door at the next cell unless he's upstate somewhere in county and like, oh snap, there's a female, and most likely they don't even keep the females are probably on the second floor, so he's really not looking next door and seeing a female. He's not hugging a female. He doesn't get to do that. We get to, as being out on the street, we can do whatever the hell we want. We're out here. There's so much to do. He's as a female, he's locked up. As a man, your shorty's locked up. She can't do anything. She's stuck looking at the same gender every day. So, who am I to sit here and say, oh, but I want to get that hug, I want to get that attention, when they're suffering? They are.
You can go.
I feel when this topic is subjective, it depends on the situation. It's so many variables. Did y'all do the crime together? Did you take...
That's what I'm about to say.
Hold on. There's a lot of variables. Did y'all do the crime together? Did you do the crime and he took the blame for you? You understand? Then that will come into your moral character.
Did he do the crime and know it's to you?
It depends on how much time, how much time that person hold on. How much time that individual got versus how much time you've actually been together, and the love and rapport you have with each other. I feel like women, y'all supposed to hold it down, and men, we could do what we want to. You understand? Because
I almost threw my drink at you. I did. My hand twitched.
Listen.
Yeah, back
hold on.
I'm about to have
Listen. Y'all looking at me crazy? Y'all looking at me crazy? But a lot of dudes won't keep it green. I'm always gonna keep it green with y'all. It's more in a man's nature to want to conquer and have variety. It's not really in a woman's nature per se. Let me finish. It's not really in a woman's nature per se. So it's a little bit easier, if anything, for them to hold down a fort while you're away. And like I said, it also it's subjective. It depends on the situation. If you get conjugal visits and your man's doing the dom, would you go see him for 10 years and hold it down, even though he don't take you out and he don't get the body gifts no more? Nah, that's what I'm saying. Will the conjugal visits be enough to hold you down?
But that's what we're talking about.
Hold on, or do you need more interaction? Locked up. All right.
It's a trailer visit. That's when you get to go in a trailer. You bring food, you bring clothes.
You get the slam dancing.
Yeah, y'all get to watch TV.
All right, so
together, no guards, no nothing.
And then it depends on what type of woman, I mean, he takes you at. Like, you gotta salute, like, cats like Pat Poops, who held it down while Remy did her 6 joints or whatever.
Definitely held that shit down.
Yeah, I mean, he
y'all
had a lot of
think he had
credibility.
not one bitch?
I don't know, from the outside.
He did.
Yeah, but then, all right, so would the wife be like, yo, I understand how it is for a man. It's cool if you can have your one little piece on the side. You understand? It's so many variables where I don't feel like you could just say this is what it's gonna be. Do y'all talk behind hand like, listen, I'm locked up for a minute. You can rock with this person or that person, but when I come home, you gotta cut all ties. That could be an option. You know what I mean? A conjugal visit is another option, but it's like so many variables where you can't really. Yeah, I understand, but I'm saying, like, what are we really talking about? If the person gets life, there's no question. Maybe that's an automatic. Alright, my nigga, you done.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's too broad, right?
Yeah, it's too broad of a topic. And then it was something else I wanted to say. Said conjugal, said that, said this, said that, said that. It's like it's so many things to take into consideration before you be like, yo, this is what it is and this is what it is. But I feel like a man should get more leeway. Oh, that's what it was. It's harder for a man to be locked up looking at other dudes versus a woman being locked up looking at other women, because it's easier for women to hold on. Girls don't like other girls, but you know what I mean, it's easier for women to talk and confide. The dude is more testosterone and ego, you know what I mean? Alpha male conquer. I don't really if her husbando, that's how you say husband in Spanish, get locked up and then he turned out to be a fish, you know what I mean? He turned the other way in jail, then you should be able to he's a fairy boy. I could do what I want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
we're solely talking physically though. That's what I feel like this topic is. We are solely talking
no
about
disrespect to him. I'm just saying. Hypothetically speaking.
This physical endeavors is what I feel like we're talking about right now.
What the fuck was that?
So if y'all was still talking, I was trying to get my word out.
Oh, I thought you were stuttering.
So like if Shorty's in jail and dude is out and he builds a crazy relationship with me where we get along and we talk and we watch movies.
He shouldn't even let that happen.
He shouldn't.
Who's building a relationship? The outside dude?
Yeah,
the outside dude.
So how is he gonna stop him being from the inside?
His shorty's locked up.
His shorty's locked up and he.
Oh, the other way
he's
around.
On the outside, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Exactly.
And he built a whole relationship
Oh,
with
let me interject real quick.
Building an emotional relationship. No, because
She's
that's
not
not
building
building
a
a
You're not gonna miss your point.
y'all on the same team, first of all. So
yeah, but one's not.
I don't even know who team I'm on. I don't know what's going on. But now I'm saying
always one
supposed
voice.
to.
So I'm not. I'm what? I'm being what?
You're supposed to, but you're not right now.
We all on the same team. Listen to what I'm saying. Whether it's man or woman, how you saying? How could you let that happen? If I'm locked up,
I said that.
Okay.
I said that's not even supposed. He's not even supposed to let that.
How can I let that happen if I'm locked? I'm just having trust that. I mean, you gonna hold it down.
No. What I'm saying is
Not
she
you,
said
the outside
Yeah,
person
she
should
said
never let
the
that
gentleman
happen.
got into a relationship with her. I said that shouldn't even happen. Because this is the thing.
If
you get into a situation where your person is locked up and y'all actually have a conversation where it's like, okay, listen, you can do A, B, C, and D. You can fuck A, B, C, and D, but there's certain things you aren't supposed to do. You're not supposed to. You can tell when you're dealing with someone with certain emotions are getting involved. You can tell you start talking to them a little bit more. You start saying certain shit. We can all tell. It's the truth.
But human nature is like, even if just for example's sake, I start messing with Vaughn just on a physical level, but Vaughn's cool. Like, I may not go in there with the intention of building anything with Vaughn.
It's not about going with the intention.
No,
it's
I
the fact that
understand.
you can see.
But when you start feeling that, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm out.
That's
Like,
what you're
if
supposed to do when you're with someone.
Nah, but
You're
what she's
with
saying is
someone,
you're
but
engulfed in the
jail.
moment. You're not
Exactly.
until maybe
Human
afterwards.
nature is not
When
gonna allow
when
you
you
to do
when
that.
when you're in the moment, you're in the moment.
You're not understanding me. I'm not talking about when you're actually in the moment having sex.
No,
I'm talking about
Not even that per se. I'm saying when you're
But
in the moment.
no, because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with someone in a
Yeah,
physical
sure.
level, yes, emotions are gonna get involved. But you can see how far they're coming. You can see what's about to happen.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
as you being a person in a relationship with someone else who's locked up, you're supposed to look at the situation like, this shit is getting too deep. I'm supposed to be pulling back, and that's what you do when a person is in jail.
I'm a firm believer in you don't know what you got till it's gone. Like at some point, even with my ex, as I'm with him, I was constantly telling myself like, yo, I'm not that into him. I'm not that into him. But then we broke up, and I was fucking heartbroken, and it dawned on me like, yo, I love this idiot. Like she or he, whoever may be in a situation, may not be
I'm not
aware to
drinking
the
no
extent that their feelings are involved in this
I
shit.
can't fuck with that.
But when it does dawn on them, it's so woman that you can't just.
Let me explain something to you.
Hold
You
yourself
don't
away.
you don't get into a relationship and have that person go to jail and then y'all start talking about what's what and who's who and what you're allowed to do and sit there and say, I don't know if I care about this person. That makes no sense.
What do you mean don't care? I'm not talking about you caring about the person that's incarcerated. I'm talking about you messing with the person, your outside release, and then feelings, them coming into play. You can't control that. Nobody has
It's not
full
about
control
it's not about
over their
it's not
feelings.
about you saying, you know what? I like him, I'm gonna stop liking him, or I like her, I'm gonna stop liking her. That's not the case. The case is I like him, I like her, I see that, and I have to pull back out of respect for the relationship I'm already in.
But like isn't usually the initial thing. Like even the guy
It's not going to be an initial thing, but it's gonna come. And when it comes, you're supposed to pull away. Period. That's what it is. That's when your relationship with someone who's locked up and you tell them I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D. At the end of the day, no one's gonna be locked up. My man's not gonna be locked up and tell me I can be in a full blown out relationship with the next
Of
man.
course not. Nobody's gonna
Exactly.
go
So
with
when
me
I
like
see,
that.
let's say me and
Doing.
Dwayne, sorry,
That's
thank you.
cool.
Let's say me and
Really, my
Dwayne,
G?
we fucking, and Boy's my man and he's locked up. If me and Dwayne are dealing with each other and we get to a certain extent and I'm like, damn, she might, you know what I'm saying? Dwayne cool, I don't really like him like that, but you know. And if you lie to yourself, that's on you. But you know that you start liking Dwayne. You're supposed to pull back. You're supposed to say, you know what, Dwayne?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
There's a lot of
I'm gonna have to hold that back.
But being realistic,
It's
do you think that's realistic though? Do you think
That is
people
very,
really gonna
that's
do that?
very realistic. That's
I
very
have to
realistic.
disagree.
Because at the end of the day, if you know, this is the same thing that happens in marriages. People cheat on their spouse. You start feeling for someone and you're like, yo, I have to pull back because this is where I'm supposed to be. It's the same it's the same concept. It is the exact same concept. So whether or not the person's in jail or not, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Not everyone's like it, but that's what you're supposed to do.
What you're supposed to do, correct. But do people do that? Majority of people?
I can't say majority. I can't say majority. I think majority of them do.
That depends on the.
I know a couple of jail wives.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That depends.
I know a couple of jail wives.
That depends on the individual's moral code. You can't say that's how it's supposed to be. A lot of people don't think like that. Oh, yeah. So Monday Night Alcoholics. Catch you on the next clip.
You know what I mean?
Later.